We have 40 martial, by the way. That is absolutely insane. Boldstein! So today we will be playing in Japan, and there is a lot of different characters. I mean, this guy is wearing face paint. This guy looks very serious, and then there's this guy who looks like a silly samurai. But I'm not interested in any of them. I'm only interested in one island. And that island is, of course, Tsushima. That's right. This island has gold mines. They are making +3 gold a month, and it is a pretty good holding. We are in the 1178 start date, which means, who knows, maybe we'll get invaded by some Mongols. But I'm interested to see how Genghis Khan will react to the Asia expansion, if he's gonna attack maybe China or this massive empire of Yin. And yeah, this is our character. We are absolutely horrible, cynical, eccentric. We're eccentric. Yes, yes, we are. I agree. We have a 40-year-old son who doesn't have a mother. So I'm not sure where Soryo Abiru Akiyori has kidnapped him from. Now, our house name is Abiru, but I will just rename that. Now, that is a lot better. Now, Japan is a bit weird. You see, it looks like a unified empire, but when you click on it, it's not actually the emperor who is ruling, it is his regent, and the actual emperor is only a honorary title. You see, he's a ceremonial monarch. So the regent of Japan is actually I guess, the strongest guy in the realm. And then you have a ceremonial emperor. We are gonna try to go from this little island of Tsushima to becoming the regent and then forming Japan into a shogunate. We can formalize a Yin shogunate. And why does Japan have that many counties? Because like I said, Japan is weird. It has two government types. One of the government types is kind of a samurai warlord government type. It's called the Soryo. And then you have the other government type called Ritsuro, I think. Ritsuro? Yeah. Okay, so this is pretty much a unique admin government type for Japan. And then the samurai is more like a feudal government type. So yeah, like I said, Japan is a bit weird, but we can manage, and we can definitely get some power if we play our cards right. And yeah, I'll just see what I can pull off with Soryo Jin Akiyori and with his son Jin Sakai. Well, the names are gonna update in a second, I believe. Yeah, no? Okay, it doesn't update. But anyways, we're just gonna try and become the Shogun of Japan. Oh, that is interesting. I've gotten a council invitation from the regent. In recognition of this fact, I hereby offer you the position of Yuhitsu. What is a Yuhitsu? It is the... What is a Yuhitsu? Oh, the Chancellor of Japan. Interesting. Now, I don't think I would assign this guy anywhere. His stats are very average. Now I am going to try and steal this county from this ruler right here. I mean, this county has an office which gives +2 a month and a bunch of development and holding taxes. And then this city holding has a trade port, a Hakata port, which gives +4 a month. So I'm definitely gonna try and steal this one. And we could actually invade them immediately. Do I have enough men? I could have. I do have enough allies. So you know what, I'll just declare war immediately, call in my allies. Can I call them in? Yes, okay, so this does work the same as in the feudal one. And then I will have a lot of power if I do become the ruler of this land. I mean, it is very developed. Well, this is a very simple war. All we had to do is defeat them once in battle, and now we'll finish up the siege, and then we will have a 100% war score. Yep, there we go. And we have defeated Harada Tanenao. Our first foe has fallen, and this is gonna give us a county that is absolutely ridiculous. Now we do have to increase our control, so let's get a good marshal and a better steward, somebody better who has more than one stewardship. Okay, that might be a problem. Okay, so we also have this in the right corner, Soryo government, and we can kind of see who the ceremonial monarch is. It is a 1-year-old right now, a baby emperor. And then we have the imperial family, which means, I guess, the regent. Very interesting. Now, how can I influence this? Okay, so I have found it. It's actually quite simple. So we have a bunch of more factions, I guess. We can create the normal factions, independence, dissolution, all of that. And then we have create, install ruling region faction, which means if we press this and then we'd win this war, then we would become the ruling regent, which eventually means we could declare a shogunate. Now, I think what I will do is conquer this duchy at least, maybe even this whole kingdom down here. And then we'll see about becoming the ruling regent and perhaps even creating a Japanese shogunate. Okay, so as you can see, the Tsushima is growing. We have conquered this county of Usa. And yeah, the regent also died. It is now his son ruling, and he actually assigned us onto his council as the steward, which means we are making quite a bit of money. And I absolutely love these names. I mean, Yuhitsu, Bugio, Taisho, Mitsuke, Osho. I absolutely love these names. But yeah, I think we can create the duchy by asserting regional dominance. So we must be illustrious and our legitimacy must be greater or equal to great. What kind of beast is that? Shiromi, why does she look like that? She's a Mishi. So, an Anoic heritage. I think that is up here in the north, if I'm correct. Where is the Mishi? Oh, okay, so a part up here. Damn, she looks weird. She definitely looks unique. Do these guys look like that? No, these are Yamato. And these people are Ainu. Okay. So, very interesting. Okay, so Japan also has these house aspirations, which pretty much means that you can put your house into a certain direction. For example, strength is more martial focused, and we can actually go ahead and upgrade this. And these are pretty good modifiers. I think if we upgrade this, we get max men at arms +1. So, yeah, I'll definitely take that. And each of these aspirations actually give you a special holding for your manor. And we get this one right here, Private Armory, which gives +1 martial per level of fame. And I believe if you do upgrade that, yeah, you get +2 martial. So we probably should be upgrading this because we can definitely push up our martial. And our son will be martial focused, and he actually already has 15 martial. So when his level of fame goes up, he's gonna be an absolutely ridiculous army leader. And we've gotten very lucky with zealous and ambitious. So he's probably gonna have over 20 martial, I think. And yeah, he's turning out pretty good. So our son Jin Sakai has picked up 3 traits. He's looking pretty good, and I can actually try and go for a 4th trait. Eccentric. Eccentric isn't a bad trait because it actually gives you +20 monthly lifestyle experience. Now, stress isn't that great, but we'll try and get it for that +20 lifestyle. And he has gotten it, which means Jin Sakai is now a main character. He has 4 personality traits, which is absolutely amazing. So he's definitely gonna make a great Emperor of Japan. Oh, there we go. We have just finished a hunt, which means we have become illustrious and we can also assert regional dominance. Now, what does this exactly mean? Okay, so this just gives the duchy title. I thought maybe you'd have to fight some kind of war, but here we go. We have now become a duke, which means can we next up maybe assert dominance for the kingdom? It seems not yet, but I'll definitely keep an eye on that. And I think I'll try and get this second duchy over here. We should be able to invade them. Yes, we are able. And with almost making 40 gold a month, we should also be able to build quite an army. So maybe we become the second duke of this region and then maybe form the kingdom if that is possible. Okay, so I have gone ahead and maxed out our siege equipment. These mobile towers, they give 0.4 siege progress a day, effective up to 4th level 15, which is actually pretty good. And I think we have enough levies to actually take on anybody down here. And these are literally one county rulers. So I will just declare war on this guy. I mean, he does have high quality. Think they are a part of some kind of block. But if we get to sieging, they should not stand any kind of chance. And yeah, I don't think I will lead the armies myself. Now, they did actually manage to beat my ass, but with my allies, I have beaten them. I guess I stopped them from sieging back the capital. And I also have measles. I'm hoping that my son doesn't catch it because, well, four of my children have died. It's not great. So I'm not sure if my son had measles or not, but he seems to be fine. But all of my other children are gone. No Miko, Yoriyuki, Sadako, Nobukiko, they're all gone. Yeah, half of my family is gone. But the only man who matters remains. 24 Marshal Jin Sakai. It's absolutely amazing. And we also want to upgrade our armory because then we will get martial per level of fame, not flame, +2, which is gonna be great. And yeah, I did get some men-at-arms to beat their armies, which they should be quite effective in the long run as well. And there we go. Now we have gotten another county. I'm not sure what to do with this. I guess I could give it to my son and hope that he doesn't fuck up. Um, yeah, sure, why not? And now I'll enforce demands, and I think I'll actually have to create the title, yeah. So for this one, there isn't a assert dominance option, so we literally just have to create the title. I think I'll give this county off that I've conquered to my son. Yeah, sure. He has grown a little mustache. That's cool to see. And now I think we'll just improve control over here. We do have 500 gold, so we are in a pretty good place. And he has given us a vassal. Can we create the kingdom? We almost can. Okay. So Ritsuru and Soryo rulers can only create kingdoms in Japan if they are independent or hold a kingdom title without holding Japan. So we cannot create a kingdom title even though we hold the whole kingdom and our liege is an emperor. Oh, oh, this is pretty nice. There's an option to retire. Oh, you know what? I could play as Jin Sakai immediately. Should I do that? I think I should. You know what? Let the young sprout. Let the young sprout. 30 influence. I don't really use influence, I guess. And I will play as Soryo Jin Sakai. Hopefully that doesn't ruin my game. It shouldn't. We do have 7 out of 4, so we will give these off to people that are useful. Now look at this. We rule a giant, I guess, part of Japan. I am 18 with a brilliant strategist education with 26 martial. And I was making 30 a month. I think I'm making less because, okay, yeah. These have to recover from me being over domain. So that should also be fun. Okay, now we're making 30 a month. So potentially we can become really strong. I think the only problem, yeah, this man has a massive block. He has 42,000 men. Now we can max out our men-at-arms and become quite powerful. But I think what we'll have to start is inviting people to house blocks. So for example, this guy, he would accept. The only thing I need is prestige. And if I get prestige, I should also be able to get even more martial because of the building we have over here. So I think what I'll start off with Jin Sakai is just hold a bunch of feasts, festivals, kind of hunts, everything I can. Maybe I'll even visit a university if I have enough money. But you know what? I think I'll start off with a festival. This is a new thing they have added. And let's hold it in our capital. And yeah, I actually held one of these already because I needed fame. That is how I reached illustrious. And I guess I'll just do it all over with Jin Sakai and try and become as famous as possible. Right, so this is the exact reason why I love Eccentric. So we are on a university visit down here in China because this gives a lot more bonuses, this region down here. And yeah, as you can see, our Eccentric perk will give us massively more successful. And we will partake in Goliardic shenanigans, and this guy will become our friend. And there we go, we have lost Brilliant Strategist. Does that mean we've got Exalted Warlord? Yes. And how many perks did we get? We got Exalted Warlord and 3 martial perks. And did we get a good book? We did get this one, and it gives us stewardship and a plus for vassal limit. I will never understand, if I go to learn martial, why am I getting an artifact that gives something else than martial? I will never understand that, but we are now an exalted warlord and we have eccentric, so we should be pretty fast in our martial education, learning, lifestyle, whatever you want to call it. And we have 32 martial. That is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely going to become the emperor, or at least the regent today, and I will do my best to formalize a Jin Shogunate. Okay, so I have just finished a pilgrimage, and for good reason. We gained 400 piety, and we have a men-at-arms called warrior monks. There it is. These guys can be hired with piety, so we can probably max these out. Yeah, we can now have 13 out of 13. These are half decent. They are, yeah, I would say they are better than definitely light footmen. You know what? They might actually be better than armored footmen. Okay, and yeah, take that back. They have more toughness but less damage, but they can definitely be useful to us, and you can recruit them with piety, so essentially they're kind of free. Okay, so as you can see by this, I have rebuilt my block, which means we now have about 30,000 men. That is quite a lot. And our liege, or the regent of Japan, has 48,000, so he does still have more than us. But most of his men are levies. He has 19,000 levies. And if you look at our army, we have 10,000 men, and we only have about 5,000 levies, so half of our men are men-at-arms. Now, I would have wished that I could have maxed out armored horsemen, but we just don't have enough gold to do it. So I think what I'll do now is actually press demands. So let's press demands against the Regent of Japan and see what happens. Okay, let's see. Then war it is. So we are at war. How many men are taking part in this? So for now, only 14,000 for us, and they 45,000. So their block is immediately in. So how can I call in my block into the war? I'm not sure. How can I? Am I in trouble? Why aren't these guys joining? Oh. Oh no, I'm in big trouble. So apparently there is a level to this. Oh, so this is why it's been disbanding. Because we get like cohesion. So this is like in Banner Lords. If your cohesion runs out, your army kind of disbands, or your block disbands. So why do these... Okay, so these house aspirations, that is why we are getting -5 a month. Okay, interesting. And we would have needed level 3 to actually get them into this war. So now the question is, can we actually beat this guy? He has 48,000 men. I think we have to strike immediately against smaller armies, because otherwise we don't stand a chance. So let's raise up our men down here in the USA, and yeah, let's see if we can actually beat these guys. I mean, our army is very high quality, so we might stand a chance. But this is the problem. We get attrition if we go deeper in. I think we'll have to start off by sieging. And we do have the advantage of being a demigod. We have 54 advantage. And 38 from that comes from our martial skills. That is incredible. They have a very big army. Oh god. Okay, it seems they are making their way down here. Now, there is a chance I could actually beat them, because they have split their army for some reason. So let's see where they land and if we can attack them. Seems, are they going for my capital? Please say no. Maybe we can bait them into going inland. Oh, they're going for our capital. That is very bad for us. We could maybe beat them if we get +2 advantage from that, +4, and nothing else. Oh, I probably should have change my capital. Should I try and attack him? That is the question. I think if we can beat him, it is worth it. So let's send our army after him. They are moving away immediately. What does that mean? We'll lose a bit of money here, but we should be able to catch a part of their army. Okay, we have 16 advantage, minus 30 from recently disembarked. Not very good. Oh, our quality is absolutely destroying them. Look at that. Oh yeah, we have definitely... Okay, we stand a chance here. We definitely stand a chance. Let's go back sieging. Oh, you know what? These men-at-arms, we really did well with the men-at-arms. Okay, let's ransom these guys out of jail. Okay, it seems they are coming for round 2. Good news, we have a siege castle. Maybe we get these advantages. I'm not sure if that is how it works. But we also have a river crossing here, I believe. So we do stand a chance. Okay. They are attacking. It is saying we will win decisively. They do have 40,000 men. Oh yeah, our quality is insane and our advantage. 48 advantage. Take a look at that. We are beating pretty much half of Japan right now. Look at that. Yeah, I definitely am the rightful shogunate of Japan. Jin Sakai, you absolute beast. You have 38 martial. Okay, I am very close to the capital. Let's make sure I don't mess up here. I have lost a few thousand men. Now, I am sieging quite fast, but I am scared if they attack me here. Maybe we should go into mountains? Maybe not. Okay, it seems they... Okay, I was about to say it seems they're not moving in, but they are. But we are about to finish the siege. Ooh, let's see if we win against them again. They do have 33,000 men. And, okay. It is looking promising. Oh, that is really high quality. Look at that. And we have gotten 100%. Look at that. We sieged all of this down here. We're about to get into the capital, but we don't need to. We have beaten 40,000 men 2 times, and we beat 20,000 men on our home island in Tsushima. And there we go. We should now become the Regent of Japan. Look at that. Okay, so I am now the regent. I can tour the palace. Oh, so this is... Oh, this looks different. So we don't have a throne. We are kind of just the master of Japan, I guess. And should we... Yeah, we should definitely destroy these. These are useless to us. It's weird that we didn't get any of our own banners. Sure, let's max these out. We're making more than enough gold. And we have a new capital. That is interesting. I will also try and formalize the Jin Shogunate. So all I need to be is exalted among men, legitimacy level greater than 4, equal or greater than 4. I think I can pull that off. And you are not at war. We are at war with somebody. Yamato domination of... Okay, so we're fighting a 67-year-old man. Okay, so this might have not worked out as I wished. We are disfigured. We have smallpox and we are wounded. Yeah, so what is the secret to recovering from such injuries and also smallpox? Well, of course, H-cheese. H-cheese gives us a small boost, and that should help us to actually survive all of these modifiers. I mean, our health is good, even though... Oh no, our son and heir, he has smallpox. Sadly, he doesn't have any H-cheese, but yeah, the time has come for drastic measures. Oh, he actually lost smallpox, so let's try that with everybody else as well. Yeah, apparently everybody else will be fine, but not me, so... Sure. Oh, who's this? Our second son died. That gives us a lot of stress. That is not good for us. But we are immune to smallpox. That is very good. Okay, apparently I've been reading the legitimacy wrong. So the maximum legitimacy is 2,800. So that would be level 5. So to actually be level 5, you need 2,400. And to be level 4, you need 1,600. And we are just about to get that. So I think all we have to do is host a little feast in our capital And then we should be able to formalize the shogunate for our house, for our dynasty. And that has done it. Now, I'm not sure, it is not saying that we actually gained legitimacy, but we are now at level 4, which means we should be able to formalize the Jin Shogunate. So we gain a bunch of legitimacy, a bunch of renown. Yamato's culture, fragile peace, tradition is replaced with Bushido. Okay, so what is this? We can recruit samurai. Okay, I was wondering why there isn't just a samurai kind of men-at-arms. But we can recruit samurai once we get this done. I mean, we're gonna do it now. I think everybody adopts this government type, maybe. So let's establish a lasting shogunate. The Jin Shogunate. A new age dawns upon Japan as power shifts from pen to sword. Under Jin leadership, order will at least be restored, and the last vestiges of the old bureaucracy consigned to history. But let none be mistaken, my authority is derived from our divine Tenno. I think that is our god, I guess. And every Ritsuroi vassal adopts Soryo, so pretty much everybody has become the same government as us, which is kind of simply put, they're all feudal now. And we have 24,000 men. Now, what happened to the old emperor? That is the question. How can I find him? Okay, so I thought this would mean that we kind of become the sole emperor, but it doesn't. We still have an emperor, I guess empress, in this case a 43-year-old, and we are still the region. We just, yeah, I guess we rule with an iron fist. We're the shogun of Japan. So, I don't, is there any way to actually become the actual emperor, or is that just, you know, the ceremonial title and it really doesn't have any power? But yeah, definitely interesting. We have 40 martial, by the way. That is absolutely insane. I mean, god, we have 66 dread. Our stats are pretty good, and we are of course Jin Sakai the Mad. We have gone mad. We have conquered all of Japan, or I guess become the shogun of Japan, and we have 24,000 soldiers, which is actually a lot, because the Mongols only have 55. Well, only they have 55,000 soldiers. So who knows? We might actually stand a chance against them, especially because we can still get more men-at-arms, and we can get samurais. Look at that. They only cost 73 gold, and they are absolutely insane. I think they are better than oh, why do armored footmen only cost 44? Yes, we get a lot of I guess discounts with this house aspiration, and also the buildings in our manor. But this is insane. Okay, we have become the great shogun of Japan. And you know what? Let me eat my cheese. Eat your cheese. Consume the cheese. Okay. So I lose a bit of stress. There we go. This is... yeah, we started in this little island on Tsushima, and our manor is still down there. Then we conquered this over here, the USA. And then we could become the regent. We still are the regent, just called shogun now. And yeah, I really enjoyed this campaign. I'm not sure what the Khwarezmid are doing. They are absolutely massive. I think they're even bigger than the Mongol Empire. Now, I really enjoyed this, and I hope you did as well. And if you did, make sure to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And next video will probably go to these islands down here, or maybe even anchor. I guess I'll see you guys in the next video.